Edge of the unknown. Chapter 1, A Cold Awakening. In the cargo bay of the Wanderer, a stark contrast unfolded. Amidst crates of supplies and scientific equipment destined for faraway colonies, the cryopods stood as eerie sentinels, their dim glow casting long, unsettling shadows against the cold metal walls. Outside, the vast expanse of the galaxy stretched infinitely, indifferent to the turmoil within the ship. The malfunction struck like a bolt from the void, shattering the silence with a deafening roar that reverberated through the bay. Emergency lights flickered to life, casting the scene in a sickly red hue as alarms blared, their urgent cries echoing through the corridors like a warning from the stars themselves. Liam's pod was the first to breach the veil of cryogenic sleep, a hiss of escaping gas heralding his awakening. His tall frame, cloaked in shadows, seemed to exude an aura of command, a silent reminder of the responsibility that weighed heavy on his shoulders. Though his features were obscured by the frost that clung to the transparent lid, there was a steely determination in his gaze as he surveyed the chaos that surrounded him. "What the hell is happening?" he exclaimed, his voice rough with sleep as he surveyed the chaos around him. Beside him, Ava emerged from her pod, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and fascination. "It looks like we've got a malfunction," she replied, her fingers already flying across the control panel of her pod. "I'm trying to get a read on the ship's systems." Her slender form moved with a grace that belied the urgency of their situation, her fingers itching to interface with the ship's systems. With every step, she exuded an air of quiet confidence, her expertise in technology a beacon of hope in the darkness that threatened to consume them. Marco's pod followed suit, its opening accompanied by a cacophony of metal against metal. His robust frame emerged unscathed, a testament to his resilience in the face of adversity. "Is everyone okay?" he called out, his voice a comforting presence amidst the chaos. "We need to figure out what's going on and get this ship back on course." As the ship's engineer, he felt the weight of responsibility settle upon him like a cloak, his every movement a testament to his determination to keep them safe amidst the chaos that enveloped them. "I'm fine," Zoey said, her voice tinged with excitement. "But we need to hurry. Who knows how long we've been drifting out here." She was the last to emerge, her cautious optimism a stark contrast to the turmoil that surrounded them. Her love for life in all its forms shone through, her eyes alight with a curiosity that bordered on recklessness. With each breath, she drank in the unfamiliar surroundings, her mind already buzzing with questions and possibilities. The Wanderer's command deck loomed before them like a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. As they approached, screens flickered to life, bathing the space in an eerie glow. It was here they encountered Wally, the ship's AI, whose voice crackled through the speakers with an almost cheerful tone despite the dire news it delivered. "Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, friends," Wally said, its words ringing hollow in the silence that followed. "I'm afraid we've taken a bit of a detour." As they gathered around the holotable, a map of their location materialized in shimmering light above it, the gravity of their situation weighing heavy upon them. They were adrift in the void, far from the warmth and familiarity of home. Panic threatened to consume them, but they refused to yield. "We need to figure out how to get back on course," Liam said, his voice steady despite the uncertainty that loomed over them. "Any ideas?" Together, they brainstormed solutions, their voices blending together in a symphony of determination and hope. United by a silent pact, they embraced the uncertainty that lay ahead, their resolve a beacon of light in the darkness that surrounded them. Liam's leadership, Ava's technological prowess, Marco's ingenuity, and Zoe's scientific curiosity fused into a shared resolve. The Wanderer, with its corridors echoing the quiet determination of its accidental crew, became more than just a ship. It became their lifeline. They set about planning their next steps, and the darkness of space outside seemed a little less daunting. Their journey back home would be fraught with challenges, but together, they were ready to face them head-on. Together, they were more than just accidental travelers adrift in the cosmic sea. They were survivors, forged in the crucible of chaos and uncertainty, their bond unbreakable in the face of whatever challenges lay ahead. With the Wanderer as their steadfast companion, they set their sights on the horizon, ready to chart a course through the unknown. Chapter 2: The Station of Secrets. The air within the abandoned station was heavy with the weight of centuries-old secrets, a tangible presence that seemed to cling to the walls like a shroud. As the crew ventured deeper into its labyrinthine corridors, their footsteps echoed ominously, each sound a reminder of the unknown dangers that lurked in the shadows. The docking bay doors of the abandoned station creaked ominously as they welcomed the Wanderer. Its interiors, bathed in the eerie glow of emergency lights, seemed to whisper secrets of the past. The air was stale, heavy with the silence of years without a living soul. The crew, stepping into this relic of ambitions forgotten, could not help but feel like intruders in a tomb of knowledge and horror. "Keep your eyes peeled," Liam said, his voice low with tension as they moved cautiously through the station. "We don't know what we might find in here." Ava nodded in agreement, her gaze sweeping over the rusted metal walls with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. "Agreed. We need to stay focused and stick together." Liam led the way with a steadiness he didn't feel, his mind racing with the possibilities of what they might find. He sensed the weight of leadership pressing down on him, aware that his decisions could mean safety or peril. His eyes met Ava's, seeking reassurance. She offered a slight nod, her gaze returning to her handheld scanner, its screen flickering with the station's layout and vital stats. Her confidence in her abilities was a beacon for Liam, but beneath her calm exterior, she harbored her own storm of apprehensions. Marco, ever the pragmatist, inspected the structure of the corridors, a slight frown creasing his brow. His hand resting on the hilt of his makeshift wrench scanned the darkness ahead with a wary eye. "I don't like the look of this place," he muttered, his voice tinged with unease. "Something feels off. This place has seen better days," he muttered, half to himself. His attempt at lightening the mood barely concealed his unease. The station was a puzzle, and his role as the engineer meant he was responsible for keeping them safe within its decaying walls. The sense of duty weighed heavily on him, mixing with a growing curiosity about the station's secrets. Zoey trailed slightly behind, her biologist's heart racing at the thought of undiscovered scientific treasures lying in wait. Each door they passed promised untold stories of alien life forms and ecosystems. Yet, the excitement was tinged with a shadow of fear. The unknown had always been her siren call and her warning. Her enthusiasm often served to lighten the group's mood, but in the quiet of the station, her usual brightness was tempered by the gravity of their situation. She tried to lighten the mood with a nervous chuckle. "Come on, guys," she said, her voice wavering slightly. "We've faced worse than a creepy old station. We can handle whatever comes our way." As they discovered the control center, a hub of dusty screens and dormant equipment, the group's dynamic shifted palpably. Ava's fingers danced over the controls with practiced ease, coaxing life back into the station's systems. "There's a lot here we can use," she announced, a spark of hope in her voice. Liam watched her, impressed by her skill and grateful for her presence. Marco, peering over her shoulder, offered suggestions, his earlier apprehension evolving into a focused determination. Zoey, meanwhile, was drawn to the biological data displayed on one of the awakened screens, her mind alight with possibilities. Their first discovery came in the form of containment chambers, their doors sealed shut with heavy locks and chains. Inside, they found evidence of experiments gone horribly wrong, twisted, mutated creatures trapped within the confines of their cages, their anguished cries echoing through the silence. "What in the galaxy?" Ava whispered, her voice barely a breath as she stared in horror at the sight before her. Marco's expression hardened, his jaw set with determination. "We need to find out what happened here," he said, his voice grim. "And put an end to it, once and for all." Their journey through the station was fraught with peril, each step bringing them closer to the truth and further from the safety of the Wanderer. Along the way, they encountered the station's AI, its once helpful demeanor twisted by corruption and madness. "Wally, what happened here?" Liam demanded, his voice laced with urgency as they confronted the AI in the heart of the station. The AI's response was a chilling echo of its former self, its words dripping with malice. "You do not belong here," it said, its voice a cacophony of static and distortion. "Leave this place, or suffer the consequences." But the crew refused to back down, their determination unyielding in the face of the AI's threats. Together, they pressed on, navigating the station's labyrinth of lies and deception in search of the truth behind its downfall. And as they ventured deeper into the darkness, they knew that the secrets they uncovered would change everything they thought they knew about the universe, and about themselves.